Guys, I always do come back. And Tim, you had quite a comeback.
Thank
Almost like
you.
Bloodshot, who always comes back from the dead, which brings us to our review of Bloodshot setting the world on fire. Tim, you want to
Yeah,
start us off with the credits?
absolutely. So this is the Bloodshot series from 2014, I believe, the summer of
2012.
Valiant. 2012, yeah, 2012. But we're doing the first 4 issues, and here are the credits for that. So writing goes to Dwayne Swarzinski. Artwork is 2 people, goes to Manuel Garcia with Arturo Lazzi. Inks go to Stefano Guadiano, and colors are Ian Hannon, and letters are Rob Steen.
All right, guys, I will start us off with our review. So we get this guy, Bloodshot, and we see him like in a family. Yeah, the guy.
We got this random guy, Bloodshot, just throwing around.
Yeah, we're gonna call him this. So he doesn't know his real name, and he starts off. He's living in a family life. Everything seems perfect, and he tells his wife, "Oh, I need to go. They have the guy, the man who mentored me. I need to go save him on this rescue mission." So, I thought you were gonna be done. He says, there's one more job. I need to save him. So he goes down, and then he ends up getting captured. He gets basically killed, but it's just his way of regenerating so that he gets inside, that he infiltrates this place. He gets captured by Dr. Let me make sure that I'm saying it right. Dr. Kuratich.
Yeah.
Dr. Kuratich gets him and then he shows Bloodshot that, hey, you've been used this whole time. All your memories, you don't have a family. You have all these memories of this family, that family, that family. It's just whatever they're using you for to complete their mission. So once Bloodshot finds this out, the Project Rising Spirit attacks this place and eventually kills Bloodshot. As they're bringing him back, Bloodshot, now he's starting to see more of his character, more of the, I guess you'd say, his family, characters that were in his past. He's seeing them, and they're kind of helping him. Like, hey, go this way, do this. And Bloodshot is finding his way through. He wants his revenge on Project Rising Spirit. And then he gets taken down. He brings the plane down. Excuse me, the helicopter. Was a helicopter plane?
I believe it was a helicopter.
Yes, and then a nurse by the name of Kira, which we don't find out her name till very late in the story.
Yes.
But Kira is in a ambulance, and he stops it. He's okay. I'm taking you hostage. You got to help me out with what I'm doing, because he wants to find his home, as he said. So he finds one of the women that played his wife in his mind. And at the same time, we have the villains, Mr. Dodge, and they want to use a young lady by the name of Pulse to get Bloodshot. They've used her before in the past to stop him. She has, how do you explain her powers? Something with electrical abilities.
Electromagnetic, like a discharge where it stops everything.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. And yes, so due to that, she's very deadly against Bloodshot. Bloodshot takes Kira to the lady that he believed was his family. They're finding out more what's going on. And then as they find out that Mr. Dodge and Pulse are on their way, Bloodshot kind of shows these people that he's not so bad. He's not just this random killer. He only took them kind of hostage because he was trying to find out what's going on. And he takes Kira. They go on the run because he says, okay, once this person comes for me, she's going to wipe out everybody. Everybody's going to be in danger. And then Mr. Dodge, they make Pulse use her power. And then it stops the ambulance. And then we have the confrontation. And that's where I'll stop. If you want to know more, feel free to read the story of Bloodshot. But for me, I enjoyed Bloodshot. I like this character. I knew of the character, but I didn't read any. I didn't see the movie. So I was glad, Tim, when you gave this to us to read. I read it.
And this was the run that inspired the movie.
So the movie was inspired. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I heard that the movie didn't even say his name once.
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
I heard that, yeah. But I was like, okay, makes me. I have a long list of movies and stuff to see. So it's kind of on the list now. A way I don't want to see it because I really just love the comic. I really enjoyed this comic. I like the action, the violence. I like the story. I don't think it was the greatest, but I think it was a very good story. I want to read more. After reading these 4 issues, I'm like, okay, I want to read more. The ending, I was a little surprised because I thought it was going to be a story that was completed in 4. And then I'm like, okay, it ends, and there's more to go. So I was like, okay, we didn't get a complete conclusion to the story. But I enjoyed it, and I give Bloodshot setting the world on fire, an 8.7.
Sonny, I had you in mind when I picked this out too, because I knew you, Jamie, not to say that you wouldn't like it, but Sonny,
Horrible
like
way to do this.
as soon as
But
I
thank you.
was
Sonny, you're
as
gonna
soon-
love it. Jamie, shut up.
As soon
Okay.
as Jamie was like, Tim, it's your pick. I know exactly what I'm going to choose. Sonny, you'll love this story. Here you go. Right on. And you did not disappoint. 8.7 out of 10. That's amazing.
Yeah, I really liked it. So, Jamie, what did you think of the
All right,
story?
let's get on to this train wreck of a story, shall we?
Ooh.
No, so like Sonny said, it starts off him being a family man, doing what he needs to. I'll kind of allude to some things. The one thing that he did say when he was going on that mission was that he would be home soon in time for his kids, like they were going to some festival or something.
Yeah.
He was gonna be in the dunk tank, and he's telling I forgot his name, the general.
Sonny, you would know that. I can't remember offhand.
The one that was
The one that was going against him
okay, so
earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, the name is
yeah, we'll move
the
on.
name is getting away from me. Yeah.
Yeah, it escapes
I was
me
trying to
right
make sure
now.
to remember the main names.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
So
no.
he's talking to him, and he's like, "Can you believe my son? Signed me up for a dunk tank." And he comes home after finding out that he needs to do one more mission, and basically tells his wife that it's just recon. He's got to go to the perimeter, and we're gonna be fine. Obviously, lying to her and going straight into battle. Sonny kind of hit more of the main points, meeting Pulse, and one of the lines that I did enjoy from it was them talking about, we got to get the weapon out now. We've never tested it before, only in places that, are abandoned in deserts. And they're like, there's people here, there's hospitals, there's, think about bringing planes down using this. And that was with the, what do you call it? Magnetic pulse. And they're like, he's like, sir, we can't do that. And he's like, it's been tested. We'll be fine. Which most people would say.
One thing I gotta say, sorry, man, real quick with that part, since you're on it, I don't want to forget it. I almost forgot mine when they're talking about that, and when they're saying getting ready, and then they say, okay, everybody, get rid of your phones. And the guy looks at his phone. And he sees it's like a picture of a naked woman. He's like, damn it, some things you'll never get back.
Right. So, we move on. He's seeing what he thinks is his family the entire time, kind of helping him, and they kind of finally tell him like, hey, we're not. When he finds out the woman that was supposedly his wife at the time, it was just a memory of the general's like one-time ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that he had in high school.
From high school, and just used her name because he was using people from his life that he only met once. And he come to find out that the son that she has is like 24 and mowing the grass in the backyard.
Yeah.
It was a cool scene where he's got the sniper on him being like, I need you to answer questions or I'm going to blow your son's head off. But yeah, I do agree with Sonny in one aspect where the fourth issue ends. I didn't like that because I was like, the story still needs to be told. It's not really a resolved arc. It's more of just a full, let's go and see what happens.
Right.
So overall, I'll give my rating on this. Everybody's not going to be shocked.
10 out of 10.
I'm not Sonny. No. So for
10.7.
Oh no, not even close. No, not even reversed. But no, with art, and this is my biggest problem, is they use like a hyper realistic and art touch to when he was with his family. But then when we got to him being regular Bloodshot, it was more just sequential art throughout the whole thing.
Going between the two.
And I didn't like that aspect because it did, when you went back to the family aspect, the facial like construction changed the entire time to me. So with that, I give the art a 6.
Okay.
But then with the writing, I give it an 8.
Okay.
So I am gonna go with 7.6 as my grade.
That's still not bad though. I mean, did you enjoy what you read, the 4 issues? Was it something that would, after those 4, make you want to continue?
I felt cheated more than anything. I think that's the right word to use, is that wasn't a complete wrap to an arc. So I don't understand how they can call it an arc and not have a ending or at least a resolution at the end. And that was one of the other things that bothered me the most, is we didn't learn anyone's names until the very last page. you know, from
By the way,
what-
my name's Kira.
yeah, and then what was
okay.
what was it? Pulse? We didn't know Pulse until like issue 3, and she was in the first 2 issues. Grab the girl.
Well, like you saw her in the first issue in
Yeah.
the beginning,
and
and
that
then
was-
you didn't see her again.
And that was a different thing. That was another thing. That was different. When we seen her in the first issue, she looked like a teenager
Mhm.
to me, like almost like 17, 18. And then when we
Yeah.
get her in like the 4th issue, she looks like a 5-year-old.
Well, because what happened during that time with the gray goo and all that stuff that took place in the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that
Yeah.
makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, because they've had Project Rising Spirit has had her pretty much since she was a
Right.
kid.
No,
Yeah.
okay, that's understandable then. But so me, it was that I don't know. It just irked me a little bit that there was no
Mhm.
closure. And then you learn that the girl's actual name is Melissa,
Mhm.
but you didn't learn her name was Pulse until like issue 3, and then issue
Right.
4 on the last page. Oh yeah, by the way, I think my name is Melissa. And doesn't even like confirm it. I just think it is.
I'm unsure. I don't remember. See, this is what I like to do when it's my picks. I like to pick something that's a little outside the norm for what we read. I mean, this still stays in the realm of superheroes, but it gives us all a chance, either for myself to revisit something I haven't read in 10 years, or to give you guys a chance to read something that you haven't read at all. Now, with my opinions on this, the first 4 issues has a very Punisher type feel. I think that it may have been heavily inspired by the Punisher movie with Thomas Jane. It's got a lot of that in it, but it's still original enough, and they use the aspects and origins and pieces from the original run in Valiant to bring him into the modern age. I really dig that. I enjoy that. It's very, very graphic.
Yes, not intended for younger readers.
No, absolutely not.
Again, Tim with another pick with more naked butts and a lot of violence.
I didn't
Yeah.
see any naked butts in this
He
one.
was naked like 15 times in the whole thing.
But
Yeah, I was like, he's naked again.
I agree with you, Jamie, where you said that the 4 issues you just didn't get enough and you felt like you were cheated. I felt that way when I first read it during the summer of Valiant, and I felt that way again after I was finished. But overall, I really enjoyed the aspect of the 2 different art styles, like, because at first you saw it, obviously, but you didn't know what it was. So I just took it under the assumption that it was him with his family, and then when he's as Bloodshot, it's something different. Well, come to find out, this is what he's seeing in his mind. These are the memories he has that never happened, that don't exist, and the regular artwork of him as Bloodshot is what's going on now. And I really enjoyed that. So overall, I mean, with artwork and writing, the grade is the same for me. So my overall grade is an 8.5 out of 10. I enjoyed this series when it came out before, and it does get better, especially with him intermixing with Exo Manowar and
I'm not reading
Harbinger.
it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
and
I'm pumped now.
I'm not
and,
reading this at all.
and Harbinger and the Harbinger Wars and things like that. Valiant really knocked it out of the park with this.
See, if you never would have said anything about Manowar being in there, I probably would have read it. And now it just jumped to a 5 to me.
takes place later, but
there is they're talking about making a Harbinger movie.
yeah, Paramount has the rights. They bought that from Sony. The original idea was for Valiant to have a cinematic universe through Sony Pictures, but because Bloodshot did not so well, they were like, yeah, Paramount, here, you can have the rights to Harbinger. Take it. We don't want it.
You guys realize I had a goldfish once. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about things that don't matter.
But
Well, come
no,
on, if there's another Bloodshot movie and a Harbinger movie, that means there's a chance for Exo Manowar.
that's right.
Played by one.
Sonny,
David Frank.
Sonny, you and I are pretty close in our grades. I give it an 8.5. You give it the highest grade of the week with 8.7, and Jamie's down at 7.6. That's right around, though. I mean, with our different
Well, I'll say
critiques
good,
and
yeah.
things like that. Yeah, it's still solid series.
I'd recommend it for people that like to be disappointed,
Sure, there you go.
like myself.
But I did enjoy it. Like I said, it was a
Yeah.
good recommendation for me. Like you said, you had a feeling I would like it. I did like it. I enjoyed it. So
Well,
it's a
right on.
good story.
And it made you want to read more, Sonny. So
It
that's
did.
all that matters.
So that's just it. Did its
I
job
was
in my
going
case.
to, and then you said Manowar, and
Well, you know they are in the same universe, right?
I don't care.
Now it's a must read for me.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
epic crossover event.
You're
That
a
needs to
wizard,
happen.
Bloodshot.
Yeah.